Hey there, Hoshpap here and welcome to a behind the scenes / announcement / update video thingy-majig. First off, I originally filmed a quick behind the scenes video on the set of the latest Ninjago short. However, because of the overwhelmingly positive response I received, this video no longer does it justice, so I'm doing a new one. As you can see in the video here, because I've added some screenshots from the film, there are some various buildings I used in the animation itself. These buildings were made from parts from the Temple of Air Jitsu set. This one here was probably the most complicated, but anyway, here is the original raw commentary I did for the behind the scenes video. Hey there, Hoshpap here and welcome to a behind the scenes look at one of my new animations that I'm doing. As you can see probably in the background, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's like Dareth over there. You put a trophy on one of these guys' heads, and there is Antimatter here. And you might be wondering why is this particular figure in this Ninjago scene? And you'll be right to ask that, but you have to wait and see when the animation is released. So as you can see in the background, there is this red Ninjago looking building. I made this from parts of the Temple of Air Jitsu set. The amount of pieces you get, there's quite a lot of pieces, but it can be pretty tricky to make your own stuff out of them. Some quite specialist parts in there, not enough basic bricks. So yeah, this one's made mostly out of windows. I will sort of show the building off in more detail in a second. So now that the building has been removed from the base plate, we can have a closer look at it. This piece has actually come loose. That's okay though. This particular piece, the instructions for this are within the Temple of Air Jitsu set. It uses a lot of these to go around the edge to give it detail. I thought it looked quite nice, so I thought why not build it. It also has a lot of these window pieces which have this, I guess the paper, the rice paper window look, so it has a cool printed piece on it that really helps make it feel like an oriental building. And this is annoying me, just stay still, I'm just going to pull you out, there we go. So the back is very open because for a shot like that you don't need to finish the building, we're not going to go around the side. So that's why there's these mountain pieces here, because they just make it look grey in the back, so you can't see the sky bleed through the building. So that worked quite well. This piece here was actually borrowed from the rebooted set. I think it's from the Temple of Fortitude, but I thought it looked quite nice on top of here, so I put it there. And there are also these paper lanterns dangling from here. That's not really where they would go. If it was a real building, it'd probably be down here or something, but I didn't have any spare pieces for it to work there, so I put them up there. Some other things we did is we added these bamboo pieces. Just very easily made them out of these green tubes. I forgot I had these actually. Bought these like ages ago. Like lots of bamboo pieces for Ninjago shorts. This animation also marked the return of these trees that we built a long time ago. We have like lots of these trees, and we can just put different leaf pieces on top. We have like a red one as well, if we're going to get that one. Here it is. And these were the enemy minifigures used in this particular animation. They're both slightly different. This one has got more armor as well as a shield, while this one has a very long katana attached to a lightsaber holder, which is also attached to a blaster. The blaster isn't actually a blaster though for this particular weapon, it's just detail, but I thought it was quite fun to add it there. And of course there's this minifigure, Antimatter, who looks awesome, so I thought he would be perfect for this role that I wanted, so I used him. He's not called Antimatter in the short, gave him a different name, but I used the same minifigure because, as I said, he looks great. And finally we have two more custom buildings that we built for this particular animation to show off. This one is a very small, they're both made out of the Temple of Air Jitsu sets, the blacksmith shop and the fisherman hut thing. This one is smaller, it doesn't actually have a back, and the roof bits, again I followed the instructions to make those because they looked great, and I thought, why not add them? Couldn't really make it better myself, so it still has the hook attached. The back is empty, because when you're making a film, you don't always need to finish the building, you just need to make it look good from whatever angle you're shooting at. Here's the other one. This one, I was trying to go for something big, I ran out of pieces, and I thought, you know what, let's just make it a derelict building. So it's missing part of the roof. Well, it's actually missing most things actually, the back's gone, lots of the walls are gone, and it's just completely empty. But it looks great despite missing all of these pieces, and there's a treasure chest. So that's it for all the specialist buildings for this particular film, and that's it for the behind the scenes video.
The original video was okay, but doing it again like this allows me to not only include the original video, but also go into some more detail. That is not just on the set, but we're also going to be going into some of the effects. So now that the parts are out of the way, I'll quickly mention how I did some of those effects. As you can see, this is the audio file for Emperor Eclipse, the bit of his voice he says at the end. I won't go through all the settings I used, as that will take a lot of time and perhaps could be saved for another video, but essentially what I did was record my voice on Audacity and applied a bunch of effects like high pass filters and echoes until I got him to sound like this.
No one can escape the eternal night.
I used After Effects to create the special effects. A free plugin from Video Copilot called Sabers has greatly helped me to do all the staff firing effects, the end credit text, and the portal exit effects. A bunch of other things were also used in the video, like lens flares, stock fire footage, along with some interesting things like this Ninjago Spinjitzu image. I used this to create the Spinjitzu effect. What I did was every other frame or so I rotated the direction of it to make it look like it was spinning. It's not as good as if I actually created a 3D effect, but I'm not entirely sure how to do that yet, so this 2D one, it did the job well. It only comes in blue though, so that's why I picked Jay, because his Spinjitzu color is blue, of course. As for making this into a series, I know quite a few people have asked about it in the comments. This was meant to be a one-off for the competition, so I wasn't planning on making it into a series. However, Emperor Eclipse will appear in later episodes of LEGO Adventures, as he is quite important to the story, and he has been planned to appear in that for quite some time. Although whether you see that or not depends on if I have time to revisit the series again. For the past few years, I've only been able to have time to create holiday specials like the spooky Halloween and Christmas shorts. But because of the hugely positive response from you guys, maybe I will actually turn it into its own standalone series. After Skybound is over and done, of course. In regards to older series I haven't finished off, I'm not sure when I'll get a chance to continue them, but I promise I will, at some point. Tournament of Elements will be the first, followed by Rebooted, most likely much later on in the year, or next year. What's coming up for this month will either be episode 4 of my Skybound series, or a Star Wars short. Not sure which yet, but whatever I don't create this month will be made the next month, so you'll get to see both anyway. I've also created a Patreon page and will be releasing an official announcement video on that soon, so stay tuned. I actually had this waiting to be released for about 2 years, but I feel as though now is the right time to launch it. In short, hopefully it will allow me to create more animations going forward. I'll put a link in the description so that you guys can preview this early before the official release. And lastly, for quite some time I've been uploading a few gaming videos here and there on this channel, most notably LEGO Minifigures Online, which will sadly be closing. For a long time I've wanted to expand the types of games I play past LEGO or Roblox stuff, so I have been running a second gaming channel. It's quite small, but I've been quite active on there, uploading new stuff weekly, and recently actually every single day. I've been playing quite a few different games there, including Overwatch, Team Fortress 2, and recently I've been playing through the new LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens game. So if you'd be interested in checking that out, feel free to click here to visit the channel, or via the link in the description. And if you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing, as it helps me out a ton. Well, that's it for this video. There's quite a lot of stuff packed into this one. If you like this style of behind the scenes and would like to see more, let me know in the comments below. Feel free to also mention anything you'd like to see me cover in the future, and I'll try and add it to the next behind the scenes video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.